Welcome to CEO Money. I'm Michael Yorba. Thanks for joining with us. I have James White, co-founder of drugtestingcourses.com on the show with me today. James, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
I'm glad you're here. All right, give us some background on you, the story of your company, and how you came to be with what you're doing now.
Sure. So it's a very interesting story. I started my first business when I was 12 years old with a $20 snow shovel. And my parents laugh at me because I tell this story over and over and over again. Just one thing led to another. By the time I was 15, I ended up hiring my uncle as a full-time employee because we had so much business in Canada, Calgary, Canada, where I'm originally from. By the time I was 17, we ended up attracting a big home builder, the largest home builder in our city. By the time I was 18, we had roughly 200 full-time contractors / employees. We had 70 pickup trucks, road graders, bobcats, skid steers, etc. And then I ended up selling that company off to my parents through a leveraged buyout back in, I believe it was 2005 or 6. And then I got into the venture capital business. I lost my shorts in the 2008 crash, like so many of us entrepreneurs. And then I decided, hey, I need to go to a different place. Canada just wasn't that for me. So I ended up moving to the United States, obtained my green card, and then I met a doctor. And I'm a business consultant entrepreneur, so I invest in businesses. I work hands-on with other entrepreneurs to help them grow their businesses. And then I knew a doctor that did my medical exam, and he's seen my publishers when I published all my books. He seen my publisher's shirt. And he said, "Hey, what's that publisher's name? And are you an author?" And so I explained to him what I did, and I've sold many books. And then one thing led to another, and he did my drug test from Immigration Medical. And then I said, "Hey, this is a good opportunity." So one of the things that I do as an entrepreneur is I look at disrupting, different industries or making them better. I don't want to necessarily reinvent the wheel, but I just want to take an industry. I want to make it more credible, more scalable. I want to help companies save money and individuals save money and give them just better resources available. So when we started doing research, I said, hey, this looks like a good industry. Healthcare is growing. So I knew a friend of mine, Andrew Easler, and he's also a co-founder of Drug Testing Courses, and he was a teacher working at a local high school here in Florida, making $20,000 a year. And I remember telling him or pitching him on this idea. And I said, hey, we should start up an education. You love education. I love small business. So why don't we start up some sort of education portal for the healthcare industry? And then it just so happened that I was actually doing a business training, and we were doing some marketing strategy. And I typed in drugtestingcourses.com, and the domain name, believe it or not, was available. It wasn't taken. So we purchased that, I think, for $9 or $10. And then that was about 4 or 5 years ago. And ever since then, we've been working hard and working really, really hard to develop course content, working with Andrew. Meanwhile, he's attending full-time law school. So here we're working 14, 15-hour days. But that's essentially how we got into the drug and alcohol testing education industry. There was lots of people in it, but they weren't taking it seriously, and they weren't providing good quality education. And we see that every day in our practice now where people come to us that have been trained before, and we have to retrain them because they were trained wrong.
Okay, tell us about the drug testing courses, the B2B and the B2C side.
Sure, yeah. So we help small businesses save money, essentially. We help them with compliance, Department of Transportation, or what they call DOT compliance. So we have a DOT supervisor, DOT and non-DOT supervisor reasonable suspicion program. So that helps companies save money on workers' compensation. We also help them save money and mitigate risk as far as wrongful dismissal suits and other different types of lawsuits. And then we also help people start their own small business, their own small drug testing business. So what we'll do is we'll provide them with training, we'll provide them with the support and the marketing, some marketing to help them drum up business. And then we put them in touch with all our other people. So we're really like the trainers and the connectors that help people really get into the industry. We train them right, and then they go out and make a ton of money.
Wow. All right. Give us a vision of the future for what you're doing with the company.
Yeah, so our main mission was to become like the Harvard of the drug and alcohol testing industry. So we're actually in the process of launching our new learning management system. We've spent about 2 years on it, developing the content and everything else. So I think we've invested several $100,000 in the system. That's set to launch January 15th. That's going to be rolled out to our own customers first, and then we're going to be reselling that to third parties. So it's basically the LMS for entrepreneurs. There's a lot of learning management systems out there that cater to just company training, individual training for individual companies. But we're actually an LMS geared for entrepreneurship, people that want to resell courses. And that's where we're going to position ourselves in the future, where we're going to offer our courses we're going to offer them on drugtestingcourses.com, but also we're going to allow other people to start their own drug and alcohol testing training business through our proprietary and exclusive LMS, and then also populate our own courses on there. And then they can also populate their own courses, and then they can actually have an online training business as well. Very simple, one-click setup.
Wonderful. All right, James, I want to invite you to come back so we can talk about the different use cases and
Sure.
case studies, and follow along with this. I know that you've got a successful track record, and this is going to be another notch in the, in the poll for you. Thanks for being here.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. All right, you've been watching CEO Money with Michael Yorba. Thanks for watching with us. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.